Hey guys, Nate Nader here with another episode of Building Design. Now I know I said I was going to talk about depth first, but I figured that I would take a break from depth here, and instead of talking about depth, I talk about color a little bit. So the very basics of colors. So here behind me, you see some colors. So these are the four very basic colors here. You have red, blue, green, and yellow. Those are the basic colors of electronics in any case. Very simplified, very simple. That's not entirely correct, but that is a very simplified version. They're the very basic colors. Think about a color, you're probably going to think about one of those, unless your favorite color is something like purple or orange. Now, along with color, certain colors work better together. Black and white work pretty well together. Red and lime green kind of clash a little bit. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't wear. You'd wear a striped sweater like this. But you wouldn't wear a striped sweater that had these colors unless you wanted to go to a bad Christmas color sweater gosh darn it, like a bad Christmas sweater contest kind of thing is what you'd wear one of these colors to. So certain colors do clash together, very brights and very dims. You have a very bright color like this right here, and then you have a dim color like this right there. Well, this is kind of the same thing. Black and white technically aren't colors. Black is no color, and white is all the colors together. So they're kind of different when it comes to that. Now, continuing on to another thing called contrast. Contrast, the easiest way to describe contrast is to have a very dark and a very bright. Now, once again, certain contrasts don't work too well, like these are tacky, but that's more of a color choice. While these work pretty well. Here you have black and white, white and black. It's pretty much the oldest contrast in the book. Now, when you're building things, you want to keep contrast in mind with colors. In the same way that when we built this roof over here, we had, stone stairs and wood. You have gray and brown. Doesn't look too bad together. Here you have black and white. So you don't want to use colors that when you're trying to mix colors, certain parts of the building should have different contrasting colors. Like the roof should honestly be a different color than the home itself. So continuing on with that, here we have some very similar colors. Now, obviously, these colors don't look too bad together, but you wouldn't build a building like this. They're just they're too similar. You want to have very contrasting colors, opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, when you're building homes like that, you can have colors that are the same. Here you have entirely birch, and here you have entirely dark. So you have white versus dark. And over here now you have more of a contrasting. The outsides here are dark, the inside is light. While over here it's reversed. The outsides are light while the inside is dark. Now you might look at this and think that looks a little odd compared to this. This looks pretty good. This looks kind of weird. Now the reason behind that is, over here, look at the left and look at the right. Now, which one do you think looks better? You probably say the one on the left. The one on the right kind of stands out like a pimple on a forehead. The one on the left looks more like a cloud being encompassed by sweet black silk. The reason behind this is, in contrast, if you put the bright color in the center, it looks cozy. Well, if you put the dark color in the center, it looks abstract. So over here, while these all technically work, this looks this looks nice because you have the bright color on the inside surrounded by dark. It looks cozy because the bright colors on the inside, you want to be on the inside, it's cozy on the inside. While this one here, you got the bright colors on the outside, the dark colors on the inside, it looks kind of abstract, doesn't really work too well. So, as a house anyway, so. Yeah. So continuing on with that, that's why you'd want to have the roof be a darker color than the actual building itself. On the building, if I had made, say, a stone building with a wooden roof, I'd probably want the wood on top to be darker than regular wood. I'd want a darker wood roof that would kind of match the kind of grayscale of the stone, so that it wouldn't look quite so weird. I'll build you a model here really fast. So here you have your dark it's kind of a medium gray surrounded by a light color that looks weird. Now here you have, this color has not changed, but the color of the roof, while it's still wood on top of stone, the color of the wood is darker than the stone, so it looks alright. And over here you could also mix materials like this. So it's all gray, but it still looks different because you have a stone brick on top of a cobblestone. While if you had something like this, then it's too uniform. So that's going along with slightly different colors and details. Here you have a different stair. The one on the left obviously looks better than the one on the right because it's not quite so uniform. So thanks for watching. This is just the basics of color. We'll get more into that later. But the basics of color and contrast and different things. And the next video we will be talking about depth. And I actually mean that this time. The next video will be about depth. And then after that video, we will combine colors and depth and try to improve our house over there a little more. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode where we talk about depth. Laters.